Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's Loreja Andrea, and today I'm going to be giving you guys some beautiful lowlights and highlights in this beautiful Brazilian body wave hair. So of course this hair is from Ali Annabelle and Brazilian body wave, and the frontal is Brazilian body wave as well, and it is from Y Wigs because you guys know our relationship with Y Wigs. So right here, this is how you're going to make that dimension with the highlights. So you want to basically take it old school and start to section off the hair using a rat tail comb and the silver part. The metal part, you're just going to take a small piece of hair and basically do like a zigzag motion to get a good amount of hair. So now you're going to take a teasing comb and I like to do about 2 rakes upwards so that I have a good amount of hair in the root. I'm going to take some foil that I got from Sally's. Everything will be in the description box of what I use, of course, guys. And I'm going to take some bleach. This is the BW2 bleach, and I used 30 Developer before off camera. So I'm just putting that on the hair attached to the foil. Then when I'm done putting all the bleach in, I'm just going to fold the foil over, and that section is done. So the next sections will all be spread up because it's pretty much a repetitive cycle. You just pretty much section off the hair, tease it upwards, put on the bleach, and then fold it over into the foil. So that's basically how you're going to start to get that dimension with the highlights and lowlights. And you know, you do section off the hair, and you do a little bit of hair that is still natural black. That's how you create that super beautiful effect with your highlights. So again, I'm just going to speed up everything, and then I will come back when I need to explain anything further. So right here, I'm just taking out the foils, and you guys pretty much just see that the hair did start to turn. And off camera, I'm just showing you guys the toner that I use. I use the Wello Color Charm because you guys know I love those toners. I use the T35, the T15, as well as the T27, and they're all pretty much like a beige blonde type of undertone. And this is what the hair looks like when I put on a toner for about 30 minutes and then blow dried it. So you guys will kind of see at the end of the hair, I do have a few wand curls there, or I'm sorry, flexi rod curls there. So I pretty much did like a tester like off camera overnight. So I put on the flexi rod and I let it sit overnight just to see how the curl will be, and it was perfect. So right here, I'm just blow drying it, and I'm doing a close-up so you guys can see the highlights and lowlights and dimension of the blondes. So you guys can see that you still get your black, you get your pale blonde, your natural sandy brown, you get like a ton of different gradients of blonde, and this is like perfect for that person that wants blonde hair but it's a little bit timid, and you pretty much want to spice up your look, but you don't want it to be like a little bit too much. Highlights is like perfect for that person. So now we're going to be moving on to putting on our flexi rods. So I like to use the purple pack, and I use about 3.5 packs. So I pretty much bought 4 packs, and I'm just going to wrap around the hair around the flexi rod and just close both ends. So you want to make sure that you aren't basically having the hair flat, because that's what's going to make it a whole different curl. You want to put the flexi rod on and then start to twist the hair and continue twisting when you're twisting it around the flexi rod. I don't know if that makes any sense. I hope that makes sense, but I'm pretty much like a learner that I like to watch and see instead of someone tell me what to do. So one thing that I do want to add is you guys want to make sure that you are doing horizontal spaces with the hair and not vertical. If you do it vertical, you would pretty much have like a whole different type of curl. So make sure that when you guys are spacing off the hair and putting it around a flexi rod, that your sections are horizontal and it's not going upward. And then depending on if you guys want a middle part or a side part, of course, do your flexi rods in that direction. But this is basically what it all looks like. I let it sit for about 2 days. You could have just did it overnight, but I had other things to do. So I just let it sit for 2 days to make sure that the flexi rods was really setting in those curls. So what I'm doing right here is just taking out the flexi rods, nothing super special. You guys can see that the hair just looks absolutely gorgeous. The shine, the bounce, like everything is just perfect with these curls. So pretty much this is like the most important step that I will tell you guys. So I'm taking my fine tooth comb and I'm spraying my Sebastian shaper spray onto the comb, and now you're going to want to start to shape your curls. So you already have the dimension with your curls, the bounce and all that with the color. So you want to take your fine tooth comb but not curl out the curls, but shape the curls, if that makes any sense. So I'm not pulling the comb all the way straight through the hair. I'm basically doing it in like small sections and definitely making sure that I spray my hair shaper onto my comb first. And that's basically what's going to start to shape. So you guys can see in the front, I did this section a little bit off camera, but this is how it's going to start to look when you start to really go in and shape your hair. So I decided that I didn't want a middle part anymore. I wanted a side part. So I'm just going in and teasing the hairline a little bit. And then I'm just starting to push all the hair to the side, and then I will kind of come back to that section. So on this side, I'm kind of plucking my hairline a little bit more because, like I said, I want it to be a side part, sorry, and I want it to be like really a whole bunch of baby hair, not like obsessive baby hair, but like naturally a full hairline. So here is where I'm starting to put my clips in, and I'm using these clips that I got from Sally's. Of course, everything will be in the description box with links where you can get everything, but this is where you start to get that Hollywood wave that's like the perfect curl. So I'm basically just doing the same thing, spraying the hair a little bit or spraying it on my comb and starting to shape the hair. And when I start to get like that perfect wave, I'm just going to put my silver clip in and hold that wave into place. And I'm just basically doing this all around the perimeter of the face shape. So when I pretty much have all my pins in and I have the shape of how I want the hair, I went off camera and did my makeup, put my clothes on, and I just put my wig on. If you guys want to see how I apply my wigs, I definitely have a separate video on my channel. That's why I purposely make these videos so that I do not have to repetitively do the same thing in each video. So I'm just going in and basically just continuing shaping the hair, spraying where I need to, combing where I need to, and adding volume where I need to. Then I'm just going to go ahead and start to take out my clamps. And in my other how to lay down my frontal or how to lay down my wigs video, I did my baby hair a little bit different. So I'm just showing you guys a little bit of how I did it this time. So I pretty much dyed the hair a little bit too much. Like I dyed, not the hair, I dyed the frontal a little bit too much. I'm trying to experiment and find the perfect hair dye to tint the frontal, and I got one that's a little bit too dark. So I pretty much want to stick with the same brand, but I just want to get one shade lighter, but that's okay because I kind of fixed it and finessed it a little bit. I took a razor and I pretty much just cut a little bit of baby hair, and instead of using Got2b gel or Gorilla Snot gel to lay down my baby hair, I'm going to be using my Sebastian hairspray to lay down my baby hair because it just makes it look a little bit more natural, and it makes it just look like I have more of a fuller hairline than a crap ton of baby hair on my hairline. And guys, that pretty much concludes the entire tutorial. I just love the way that this hair looks. I love the makeup with it, the hair with it, the outfit with it. Everything just pretty much just works in this whole tutorial, and I love it all. And if you guys love it just as much as I do, definitely make sure that you thumbs up this video because I love it. It's so different. I haven't done anything like this on my channel yet. Definitely doing highlights and lowlights. That is definitely something that I wanted to do, and I'm happy that I finally got the chance to do it. And as always, I love you guys, and definitely stay tuned for the rest of my videos. And for the rest of this, I'm just going to be doing some slow-mos and some beauty shots. But I love you guys, and bye.